So you were saying at the last point that not only is the darga of Pele and Richuk not distant from a Yid, it's the two dargas of Keser, Arich and Atik, which correspond to Chayi and Yechide. Not only that, but then the Anoichi Mamish component of, not component, the Anoichi Atzvas Mamish, just to point out that Yechide generally is referred to as Etzem Neshama, but Chassidus points out it's not. In fact, it has a name, and moreover, the Lashon Chazal, the mocker of the 5 levels of the Neshama is a medrash. Chamisha Shemes Nikruba. The Neshama is called by 5 names. So implicit in that statement, and it goes into reckon the 5 names, that even Yechide is still a darge. It's not the Etzem Neshama Mamish that's bound up with Atzmos. Now it's that the Eibishter grants every year on Neichim Mitzavacha. So all that we spoke before about the 2 darges, Chaim Yechide, Tshuva, Tshuvillah, Tshuva Tator, and Tshuva Ilah, but still there's the Etzem Neshama Mamish. So that is granted to every year, on Neichim Mitzavacha. So we're not going to do the whole test again, but there's a big chiddush in this test. That even though B'chalal, the Pirush, so he's saying this was given by Matan Torah, Anoichi Havai Lekecha. That Anoichi is given over Lekecha. What does Lekecha mean? Koyachacha v'chayesecha, your koyach and your life force. The diak is your, meaning to say in the way that Likus Anoichi is nimshach into a person's limited mitzias. Koyachacha chayesecha. Your koyach, your chayis, it means the neshama nimshach and the guf that animates the guf, that it is his conscious life. Anoichi is invested there. But the regular shat, which is a tremendous chiddush in the pasuk of Anoichi Hashem Lekach Matan Torah, is that Anoichi is filtered through Havaya and then the Lekach. Nimshach Hashem Havaya, and then from Shem Havaya and Shem Lekach, the whole Seder. Rebbe says here, not so. What's this chiddush based on? And what's the pirush now in the pasuk before we get to the foundation of the pirush? It's more like Anoichi is revealed in Havaya and Lekecha, not filtered through Havaya. But Anoichi directly in Lekecha. So we need to say that to answer the whole question of how Ata B'nayich Tichi B'noisa. How is it that B'nayich, which is that level of Lekecha, that's the conscious level, that's Krichach V'chayisecha. So how is it that through Koiches Pnimi one can access Etzem Neshama? The answer is because Anoichi is invested there. But the huge but is, but not directly, surely. So Shem Havaya, so we still have the question. Elikecha, which is Kichach V'chayisecha, is not a direct line, as it were, to Atzmos. It's through Shem Havaya. He says, that since, how does he teach now at the end? That Anoichi is invested in Nimshach through Matan Torah. What happens is, in Shem Havaya, in Bligvul, in Elikecha, and Gvul, equally. The parallel of Havaya are the Koiches Makifim. So this regular taich is that there's Amshacha, Anoichi revealed in Arich and Atik, Keser, and then that's Havaya, and then Elikecha, which is also a big chiddush. but still not saying that, so that would imply that if it's al yedei shenimshach ba'avaya, that a yid connects to Anochi only through the exclusive avodah of Mesiras Nefesh, his koiches makif, and not through Shem Alikim. Because Anochi is nimshach and Shem Avaya, and then the tzimtzum, and then the lekech. The lekech is the world of its own. Keichacha v'chayisecha traces back everything. That's directly to Atzmos, but it's not direct. Not the point that he's saying here, that through Ata B'naich Tichi B'nois. Again, Alecha V'Alekecha would mean you have a choice. It would mean a choice. The avodah could be either the avodah of Keiches Pnim or the avodah of Keiches Makifim. You can't have both. The one can't feed the other. So of course, everybody, even as the pasuk is understood as it is, so there's a choice. You serve, connect to the Eibishter through either Keiches Makifim or Keiches Pnimiyim, Avaya or Lekecha, the two separate worlds. Keiches Nimshach, and as a result of Shem Avaya, not a direct connection to Atzmos. That's the standard that we understood Avodah till now. Or you're motivated by Avin, Yira, and Seichel. Either Lekecha or Avaya, Keiches Pnimiyim, Keiches Makifim. The whole point of the mind is no, that even through Keiches Pnimiyim, the person is connected to and is mamshich etzem haneshama, and that is the tichi b'noisa. So the new taich in the pasuk therefore is not like the Shem Avaya. But again, Anochi is nimshach directly in Avaya and Lekecha equally, and the foundation of the Pirush is what? That Anochi goes on that the pasuk which was really under discussion over here. What mitzvah is that? That's a mitzvah of tshuva. Tshuva, unlike Torah mitzvahs, so tshuva is, let's look in the middle of this test. It was ended by ches. In the pasuk, Anochi mitzavach hayoim, there the diak was that in tshuva is not only tshuva yilo, tshuva tato, but tshuva is the Anochi direct etzem haneshama atzmos mamash. Anochi, and that way nifleis v'lo. So now he says that since Anochi v'Alekecha is koilo, all mitzvahs including tshuva. So even though it's talking about overtly mitzvahs only, where Anochi is filtered through Avaya in Shem Alikim, but since it's kernel also mitzvahs, which is higher than tshuva, which is higher than Torah mitzvahs, and in the pasuk Anochi mitzvah chayim, it's talking about tshuva. There's no mention of Avaya Lekecha. There's Anochi only. That is also conveyed in the pasuk Anochi Avaya Lekecha, which therefore renders a new pshat, not Anochi nimshach and Avaya then Lekecha, but like the Anochi mitzvah of tshuva, which is the pasuk under discussion in this maamer. But that's also nimshach by Matan Torah. Okay, maybe we should say this inside again. So the reason why what's not removed from the not only levels of Pele and the Richut, but even Anochi. The reason is that this was granted to every Yid, the Anochi. First, Anochi, the first Pirush, standard is every Yid accesses, but as it's nimshach l'shem havaya, but it becomes kechach v'cha yisach. And right away the kasha, gam shanoichi nasa l'kecha, u'kamoshe nimshach b'havaya. Even though the pasuk is saying here that the person accesses anoichi through shem havaya, and not directly not directly through his koiches primim, which is l'kecha kechach v'cha yisacha. And the point of the whole pasuk is that ata b'naich tichya b'noise b'naich goes on l'kecha koiches primim. Answer: Who about mine achili bei mitzvahs hashuva l'chol mitzvahs? So part of the question, like he explains in the mind between tshuva and all mitzvahs, that only tshuva ksiv asher anoichi mitzavcha anoichi stam, whereas b'chol mitzvahs ksiv anoichi avaya, like Matan Torah, anoichi k'meisha nimshach b'avaya. And here we're saying the whole point is that the direct access, dafka to koiches pnim, it's not one or the other. It's not one or the other. Mesiras nefesh bittul or seichel. It's either mitzius or not mitzius. Now we're saying no. The whole point of the mind is tichya b'noisa, that even one's mitzius becomes suffused. So that's a direct. L'kecha is a direct connection to anoich. Answer. Or to havaya. To havaya. The chibur of havaya and the l'kecha is because of anoich. We have to be clear here. Let's say the direct access is three things there. We said this earlier, the previous year, to make it clear, because of what's so clear in my language right now. There's three things here. There's the koiches pnimiyim, the koiches makifim, and etzem and the sham. The chiddush lies in the fusion of the koiches pnimiyim and the koiches makifim. Al pi seichel, it's one or the other. You can't operate l'maydim and seichel and seichel at the same time. What motivates you? Aven yira or bit, not both. Answer is yes. How? Because the etzem fuses both. We explained all this. I'm not going. We're just giving the technicality of it now. I'm not explaining it again. But the etzem fuses both. This was 3 or 4 years ago. So the Pirush standard of anoich evad likecha, which is Torah mitzvahs b'chalal. So obviously, a Yid connects to the Eibishter to Torah mitzvahs. That there's a choice: Havaya, Mesiras Nefesh, or Alikecha, or Alikecha, Kechacha v'cha Yosef. So God with Av and Yida, or Mesiras Nefesh a bit. So now he's saying that the mitzvah tshuva, and this is to understand this, mitzvah tshuva, unlike Torah mitzvahs, that doesn't say havaya lekach, it says anoichi. That's the third level of tshuva. Tshuva lo, tshuva tata, and tshuva is unique that it draws on anoichi direct. That is given by Matan Torah. That's also included in the words of Anoichi Havaya Lekech. So then the pshat, then the pasuk is Anoichi is revealed in Havaya and revealed in Lekecha, and therefore Havaya Lekecha can become one. And therefore, therefore, through koiches pnimiyim and Admo v'yira, the person can suffuse it with the Mesiras Nefesh of Chayin Yechida, Chuvilo, Chuvatato, considered Kabbalah's oil, and then even higher level Avodah Yechida, as we explained at length of all the previous shows. Is this clear? Just that trying to get the technical geography. The chibur of koiches pnimiyim and koiches makifim is because of anoich. So seeing inside, Mekomokim nonetheless. B'chol mitzvahs ksiv anoich havaya, anoich k'meisha nimshach b'havaya. Komokim al pi hayidua. Nonetheless, in light of that which is known, Shebadibur anoich including kol mitzvahs gam mitzvah tshuva, that anoich includes even tshuva yeshloima. It's a huge chiddush in the Pirush anoich havaya likecha. Shebanoich havaya likecha. Shebanoich havaya shebat Torah. Nichel gam chinas anoichi, not anoichi just as he's drawn in Havaya, but anoichi k'moshe b'atzmusai, the mailim hamshocha b'Havaya. And that is given over in Havaya Lekech. Not just the level of anoichi that would naturally be drawn in Shem Havaya, but the anoichi that is completely beyond Shem Havaya, which is what Shuvah is, that's given over in every mitzvah. Where is it revealed? It's in Shuvah, but it's present in every mitzvah. So now what's we're after? Is there move on? We don't just mean anoichi, it's filtered. That means dark is etzem, it's nimshach then in ishtalshalus. We don't just mean that. Even the etzem mamish, not just the etzem ma'oyer, it's the target of anoichi that is nimshach and havaya. The etzem mamish, that is given to every. And therefore, the answer to a question, when a person wants to do tshuva, he doesn't go to pratim here, but in brackets, before he does tshuva, drawing on the level of anoichi. He just wants to. Where does this one come from? Seichel, midas, whatever's made of that desire. That's the banayich. This unlocks the anoichi gam anoichi shelamayla mamshocha b'avai, the very essence of the Eibishter, that he now connects to that, drawn in and revealed in his primis dikaseichel and midas. It's connected to his nefesh ruach neshama, which is seichel and midas, machshava dibarmais. Therefore, mitzvah shuvah shanoichi mitzavecha. That's not the nechah v'alikecha, that's laid bare. In shuvah, it's laid lifleisi in mechav lechaiki. And therefore, it's not far from you. And what's not far from you? The two dargis of transcendence of nifleisa and the rechaika. Atik, Adich, all the dargis which are hiding Keiches premium, they are drawn into your premiums. Why? Because you're drawing on the Anoichi. And the Anoichi fuses, the Etzem can fuse Keiches premium and Keiches makifim. To explain means that he understands and he feels, but it's all you want me to understand and you want me to feel. Nadarab, Korvilach, it's a person goes into say, it talks about Shuvah here. It's close to you in your mouth and your heart to do so. Every year can reach tshuva, which is what this pasuk is talking about. Not only tshuva that starts with pel and lichuk, which that is murder. Every year is shaykh to anoichi just by wanting, starting in his own consciousness. The Rebbe is saying here that even, it said there's other sikhs, this is said. In other places this is spoken about. That even if his whole motivation, is even more. Even if his whole motivation is completely selfish in his truth. That's how it starts. Starts in Naran. He doesn't want to get punished, whatever it is. He just doesn't feel comfortable. Being in a sinful state is very uncomfortable. But he's so long a Jew can tolerate. He just doesn't feel comfortable. Or again, punishment, whatever reason. So even if it starts mamish with kreiches pnimim naran at the most selfish level, that unlocks the etzem al-neshama. And from there he can proceed directly to a tshuva of the tachlis habitul do tshuva because you want me to do tshuva, because I need to do tshuva or anything. That's a neshama. It can start anywhere. Why? Because anoichi abalekecha, the etzem, this is the bottom line of the mind. Etzem of atzmos, and therefore the etzem of the neshama is given over to every year through tshuva, and therefore in every mitzvah, and therefore no matter what level you start with, can be the most mitzias, selfish, motivated, because I love it, I'm in awe of it, whatever the cheshbon the person has, there is the etzem and neshama kechacha v'chayisecha, and therefore from that point a person can serve the Eibishter with the highest levels of bittul. Etzem and neshama, where the level of pel and nichuk suffuses is avodah chay yechida mesiras nefesh kabbalas oil, all rooted in because you want it. L'chuda, it may be said this is not dissimilar to the what I've told you many times. The Rebbe's word of kepischel kechudesh shamachav yeftalachem kepischel shalulam. Just one small opening. Give me anything. Give me anything.
So just the Israelus of Tshuva alone is greater than doing mitzvahs before.
Even if this Israelus is selfish, as point is. Why you want to do Tshuva? Because you don't want to burn in hell. Even that Tshuva is ma'odah right away, the etzem and neshama, where a person can then, from there, proceed to Tshuva, because you want me to, and love because you want me to love you, and to Tshuva because you want my Tshuva. The highest levels of bittul mitzad etzem mitzad anach. That's the chiddush of the mind. Any starting point. Give me something, says God. Anything. And in that anything, I'm there. All of me. The anoichi is there. I'm all with you. And because I'm all with you, this is ma'odah, your etzem and neshama, and therefore you can serve me as I want you to, as they're all one. Your Av is suffused with bittul, mesiras nefesh, and your learning is suffused. Your whole mitzias is suffused with the likus. It's possible and accessible to every yid on every dam, no matter where you start. Why? Because of Matan Torah, Anoichi was given over to every yid on every level. Not filtered, direct, unfiltered, unplugged. Yud, Eis Yud. You grab a kid on the street and he puts on film just because the kid is a pesky kid. Okay, I'll put out, leave me alone. In doing that mitzvah right there, he's megal and connects to Anoichi Atzmos Mamish, Etzem and Neshama Mamish, in that moment, and that moment unlocks and opens the door to the Tachlis Avodah, his revelation of the Neshama, in such a way that the Chiddush is that it's Kechas, but Pnimim, Makifim all unite, Tachlis Hashlemus. It's all there. And he has to do it, express it. But he's shaykh to it, and it's given to him, and it's there in that mitzvah. You can walk away from it and wait till it happens the next time. It's all present. And that's the chiddush. The chiddush is neshama that comes down the mata. So the first pirush was you just do, and has no av, has no yid, is nothing. All that's left is I'm a yid. So he's told what? Do mitzvahs kelim reiki. just, why are you doing the mitzvah? She's drawing on that on the shama. Doesn't feel anything. But as a result of that, and the second period, she's in this burning is a clear acre. It's a matzav of choshech mamash. He's a matzav. The difference between the first and the second level is the first level he is a matzav of choshech, but he's not embracing it. Second level he's embracing it. Second level is his koiches pnimi is in his koiches pnimi, which is seichel midas, is embracing that he's bankrupt, is nothing. So the matzav of choshech, the matzav of choshech means that all I am as a Jew is expressed in the giluim. There's no giluim. It's choshech. Pure etzem and the shama, even the koiches pnimi acknowledge, not just objectively. You are nothing. He used to tell us, you are nothing should be nothing. Not only you are objective, nothing should be nothing. You know you're nothing should be nothing. So the chiddush is that out of a naich tichi benois, shegam koiches apnimim dan neshama yichi benois. When he draws on the etzem and the neshama, it's not simply okay. It's a kabbalas oil, it's a nefesh, etzem and neshama. So that's the avodah. No, it's the banaich tichi benois, the agam shel nois or makiv. Even though we're saying, how could this be? Nois is the level of makiv. It's the transcendent levels of the neshama, the bittul mitzvahs nefesh. Shuva, you say to him, so shemakif harochik. Not only is it makif, it's makif harochik. And not only that, the etzem, as he goes on to say, it's not just overriding the koiches pnimim, but suffusing them. Again, it's after the tzad. Suffusing the koiches pnimim, seichel and midas with the etzem and the sham. How could that be? Seichel and midas is yeshus and mitzias. The nekuda is yeshus and mitzias because you want yeshus and mitzias. You want my love, and you want my awe, and you want my seichel. Say it, sorry. Shuva reveals, and they said that in all mitzvahs, that the anoichi, that's what drives his as we said in the previous shiurim. Why do I have a seichel in midas? Why do I have this? Because that's what the kavanas atzim, so that's what you want. You want a person with intellect and emotion, all these profound limitations. That's what's revealed. So, you're not filtered through Shemavaya, where it's either here or that, either blinkable or wool. You take a choice, which one? No. Anoichi directly in Keiches Pnimium, what does it mean again? Because Gewalt, this is all your will. I was born against my will. It's all your kavan. My mitzias is your kavan. The Alderash is very like we said before, being like a place that from a year the dark of Pel is not removed from you. What's like the the conscious faculties of the neshama, the arotzal shuva, through wanting to do shuva and ba'ofen shal yodam efshal agilim akif. So through one's desire, seichel midas, one can reach the koiches makifim. One can reach that level, unlock it. But more than that, that level suffuses the koiches pnimi. Leini fleisim lerechayka means you can access the neshama. The primis on the shama, the koiches makifim. But out of banach tichi benoises that it's drawn to koiches apnimim chayim b'chayis primi b'anoises shrim shechadei shuv. The chiddush of out of banach tichi benoises is that the conscious faculties are suffused with a whole new chayis. Again, why love? Why awe? Because that's what you want. So they draw on the transcendental, the shirayim level of the neshama. Benoises the makiv hakorev וגם ליסט המקיף הרוחב, ויש למה שהנויסה ניכל גם לעצם של המים מגיע למקיף הפנימי, not just the Keiches Makifim, that's which is higher than the Keiches Makifim, which therefore unites a little bit. I have to understand it. Where I'm explaining the mind with is these Yeshleim is in square brackets. This is the whole mind. So I'm not sure here. Okay, let's finish. Yes, the Kashas and Pirish Hadazal Apostle. So this is the connection we brought earlier. When will you live with the remainder? Ashichi Ames. Because that's the goof which is full mamish will be animated from not Namala Kalam but Sevav Kalam. They in Atvanech Tichi Benoise. Let's I don't know. We'll do this tomorrow.